In this video, we'll talk about the brand new Venezuelan Parole program. This is modeled after the United for Ukraine program, allowing people to come to the United States from Venezuela and apply for humanitarian parole. We'll talk about who qualifies, how can you become a sponsor, and how do you apply for this parole program. If you're interested in this topic, I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and I help clients in all 50 states and all over the world. And in this video, we'll analyze the new Venezuelan parole program, what it means, who qualifies, and how do you apply for this program. Before we do that, if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with any immigration matters, if you know anybody who needs help, text me right here, 619-483-4549. This is the only number you can use to reach me and my office. So, what is this Venezuelan parole program? So this program was announced just a few days ago on October 19, 2022, and this is modeled based on the United for Ukraine program, which allowed applicants from Ukraine to come to the United States by registering on a particular website, by having certain qualifications, and having a sponsor in the United States that is willing to sign for them and welcome them here. And these applicants were able to come into the United States only through that way, getting their humanitarian parole, which is a parole for 2 years with a right to work in the United States for 2 years. Now, the reason they did it for the Ukrainian applicants as well as the Venezuelans, and maybe other countries are going to qualify for this as well in the future, is because they want to prevent people from coming to the border and just applying at the border. They want to stop that. In fact, they're sending people back because, as you know, Title 42 is still in place, which means that applicants who come to the border directly could be sent back straight to Mexico if they come from Mexico, and they're not going to be eligible to apply for parole or asylum in the United States. The only way they're going to do it is organized by this program, and that's why they announced it just a few days ago. The general basic requirement is that to qualify, you must have a sponsor, supporter in the United States who are going to sign certain forms to be able to qualify, for you to be able to apply. Also, applicants will pass security background checks to make sure they're not criminals or involved in any activities that could bar them from coming into the United States. And also, finally, once they get the parole documents, they're going to be able to fly here at their own expense. The United States government is not paying for these flights to bring the applicants to the United States. The application is available online only, and we posted the link to the application at the description of this video, the specific link to USCIS. Just like the Ukraine program, it's only available online. You have to process the whole application online by applying as a supporter and as an applicant. Once a person is approved under this program, they're going to get a travel authorization to enter the United States. The travel authorization is going to be good for 90 days only, and they're going to have 90 days to travel to the United States. As I mentioned before, the period of the parole is good for 2 years, including a work authorization for 2 years. And again, after 2 years, either the program is going to be extended or the applicants will have to find a different way to stay here or leave the United States. Okay, so let's talk about the basics. Who is eligible to be a sponsor supporter? First of all, it has to be a U.S. citizen, a green card holder, or any other immigrant in lawful status in the United States. For example, you could be a TPS holder with an approved TPS, or somebody with deferred action like DACA or DAD, or somebody that has an approved asylum application. Any of these individuals I mentioned right now could be qualified sponsored. You have to pass a security background check, make sure that you have no criminal record or anything that will prohibit you from becoming a sponsor. And finally, you have to meet financial requirements. These requirements are listed in Form I-64P. This is essentially the federal poverty guidelines. To fill Form I-134 online, this is the affidavit of support. Include your bank information and taxes and whatever they ask you there on the checklist, and that will qualify you as a supporter. Only applicants with supporters are going to be able to come to the United States. Now, as a supporter, you can apply to support more than one Venezuelan applicant as long as financially you can demonstrate that you can afford it. Another question we always get is, do supporters need to be related to the immigrants coming? No. They can be friends, family members. You just have to explain how you know this applicant. That's all they need to know. Now, let's talk about the beneficiary. How do you qualify? First of all, you have to be a national of Venezuela. It's very important to understand that people who come under this program must be outside of the United States at the time they apply. It does not apply to Venezuelans who are currently inside the United States. You can also bring your immediate family members, spouses, and children under the age of 21. Obviously, they're going to have to pass security background checks, make sure that they are not criminals, never been to the United States before, or been deported or committed any immigration violations, and demonstrate the parole warrants a significant public benefit or urgent humanitarian reasons. Let's talk about the process in a nutshell. The sponsor fills Form I-134 online. Second step, the beneficiary gets an email from immigration. Number 3, the beneficiary receives instructions on how to submit information to the immigration through a mobile app. After review of these documents and other processes, the beneficiary will receive authorization to travel to the United States. It's going to be valid for 90 days. Finally, you buy a ticket. The beneficiary buys a ticket at their own expense and arrives to the port of entry in the United States. And at that point, they're going to be paroled in for 2 years, and they're going to be able to get a work permit at that time as well. People are going to be paroled to the United States on a case-by-case basis. There's no filing fee to file this parole. So be careful if people are helping you, charging you money for that. There's no filing fee. Now, what we know so far about this program, it's limited to 24,000 nationals of Venezuela at the moment. May increase that. For the moment, it's limited 24,000. So if you're watching this video, if you hear about this program, apply sooner than later, because these quotas are going to run out very fast. So if you're a national of Venezuela, you're watching this, you're outside of the country, and you qualify for this program, you meet all these requirements I mentioned in this video, you need to apply right now online. The link is in the description of this video. And this is a great program. It helped a lot of Ukrainians come here, and now we're trying to help Venezuelans who are in dire need of assistance. It's limited to 24,000, so you need to move on this as soon as possible. Once again, if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. If you need assistance with your case, you know what to do. Text me 619-483-4549. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.